fellowship with other believers, you need to have faith, yes, but you should also be uplifting and have faith, enough faith. So, okay, here's like the story I'm going with. So, you know, when Jesus is preaching and stuff, and he's in the little house, and there's so many people that not everyone can see him, right?
Right.
And so
people lower him through
the
the
people
roof.
break in from the top. Yeah, the people break in from the top. And the cool thing is the lame man was not the one whose faith Jesus used to heal him. It was his friend's faith. If that makes sense. So like the faith that the faith that his friends had was what, like, which was like kind of like what convinced Jesus to heal the lame man. And so my sermon is over like having that same mentality in real life. Like if your friends are like not believing in something, if you have the faith that something will happen in their life for them, like that's how much faith we need to have and stuff like that. So I'm kind of like using that, and I'm also tying it into like how us as like believers, we shouldn't just like hang out with each other. We should also like doing the works of the kingdom together.
Okay.
And stuff like that. So it's like,
right.
And like yeah, fellowship's great and everything, but don't waste fellowship, you know?
So along the lines of faith without works is dead.
Correct. I did use that verse.
Did you drop?
Sorry. Oh yeah, I did. Sorry. Breakwater.
You gonna make it?
I should.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
I'm totally interested in this. Go.
No. Yeah, I used that verse, and then I also used the verse of. I used the verse. Luke 9:28-36, talking about how Jesus brought Peter, John, and James up to the mountain with him to be in the
Transfiguration,
presence of God. Yeah. Stuff like that, and how like he didn't do it just by himself. He wanted to be in fellowship with them, and how like not only should we be in fellowship with each other, but Jesus also wants to be in fellowship with us and not just being followed by us. If that makes sense.
Yes, it totally does.
Yeah. So I'm doing that, preaching on that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And I have more questions. This is fun for me. I love this. But,
Knocked one? Yes, I got you. Knocked another one?
Oh, that's the guy I was working on. Right.
Yeah. Getting shot at?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to work on that with you. Shooting a late arrival.
There's a guy in here that I'm going to beam. Knocked him. Sweet. Oh my gosh. Ask your question, but when not right now.
Yeah. No, we gotta go. You know, we got things to do first. Oh, right here. Yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're in the clear.
Yeah, I think we're doing okay.
What is your question?
It was more of a statement and to talk through.
Oh, okay.
Because one of the things that I found, and if you don't want that DMR, I will take it.
I have one already.
Okay. So I was thinking about, you know, Jesus being human and Jesus being the perfect, being the prophet we're waiting for, being human being, and also the perfect atonement, sacrifice, you know, for our sins. Oops, like that. And I'm gonna throw this Chegg. You all right with that? Oh, you did it. Good. And so, you know, I was thinking about, have you ever thought about, and I don't know if it stopped me if I talked to you about this already, but okay, so Jesus being born of Mary.
Right.
Do you? Let me ask. Well, let me not assume something here. Do you believe? Do you believe in being born with sin nature or a sin curse?
Meaning, like, do I believe that we were born into sin at the get-go?
Born, yeah, with a sin debt. With a sin nature, sin debt. Which I see as two different things, but a lot of people wrap them into one.
That's an interesting question. Could you, like, elaborate on it?
Yeah, a lot of people, like Calvinistic viewpoints, are that, hey, let's chop that down together. Believe that you're born with a sin disposition, a sin nature to sin on your own. Like out of the womb, you first of all are born with a sin debt, and then they also believe that you have a disposition, a lean, a bent to do evil.
Meaning, like, I am, like, destined to do evil as soon as I'm born?
Destined? No. But that you have a disposition, that you're born with some evil nature built into you that you eventually causes you to sin, and therefore justifies the statement that we're all born, or all have fallen short of the glory of God. There's sprays up here for you.
Whoa. That's a loaded question.
Yeah, I know, because have you ever contemplated that or thought about it?
You know, not really.
Okay, good. I personally don't, and I have, okay. That's oh, he's up on the hill, running. Missing, like a rookie.
Knocked him?
Yep, okay. Oh, over here. Either it's his friend or it is... Nope, he's down. So, that must be his teammate. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He died right away. And I figured your guy died too, right?
Yeah, he died. We're good.
Alright. So anyway, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about, okay, because... Yeah, get that. Over here?
Nice.
Oh, it's a chicken?
That's a chicken. Oh, there's a guy here, though, actually.
Yep, I see him. That chicken looked angry. I was going to take care of that. Did you see him?
I did.
Storming the castle. Come on.
Oh, give me that.
Okay.
No, yeah. So
yeah. Let me continue on. With
yeah. Continue on. How about that?
Yeah, that's okay. So it's a Calvinistic view. Calvin was a philosopher, a Christian philosopher, 1600s, and you're probably familiar with the statement.
Predestination.
Yeah, he definitely was a proponent of predestination.
Right.
Also being chosen, which is predestination, and then
right.
But also, I think, therefore I am. Have you ever heard that platitude?
No.
Okay, well, a famous philosopher, not necessarily a Christian at the time, came up with it. And it was at a time of thinking, studying, thinking, and, coming up with thought. So, right around the same time, Martin Luther, Calvin, and a few others, really into the Bible and talking about, philosophy or theology.
Right.
It was. Calvin was very smart, very good, and I would not want to be disparaging, but he did come up with the ideas of being born with a sin nature, that the Holy Spirit had to revive your heart before you could even take in the message. And so things like that. And the church, a lot of people don't realize that they actually believe in predestination, or that they believe in being chosen, or that they believe, what was I saying? Oh, that you're born with a sin nature. And so that, anyway, I was going through choice, and I was like, I need a sword too. Okay, so if you see one, let me know. Because I went to my slot and I'm like, oh, that's the DMR. Never mind. So yeah, let's get in zone. Maybe head let's head to that house over here to the left.
Okay.
So yeah, so I was talking about choice. I was thinking about choice. I was writing about choice. I was writing about how can we be on the hook. Basically, I asked the question myself for forensic study was, how can I explain to somebody who's a non-believer that they need God or they need Jesus, or why? What would be my answer? And then I started thinking about, okay, well, what would you say to him? And of course I know the answer is because, without Jesus, without accepting the truth, the belief of that Jesus died for our sins, that he is the Son of God, that he is risen. Right? Okay, so that's what saves us, is that, okay, are you heading towards the red dots? right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a knife, so, you know, it's...
A knife.
You know, I don't know why. Oh, right here, right in front of us. Stupid with the weak.
Knock him.
Right across the way, same space. Right in
Yeah, I see him, I see him.
Look at this teammate. On the stairs. Oh, he's gone.
He died.
Oh, there's another guy up here on the hill.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see him. Okay. I came down off my perch a little too soon.
Oh, I got you. His teammate is on the other hill.
Yeah. I missed every shot. Wow, that's pretty weak. Oh, they're fighting. I'm gonna go over there.
Watch out.
Okay.
He's there.
Yeah, I see a lot of loot. I think somebody may have killed him.
Well, there's a guy on you. Like, he ran up to that hill.
Okay, alright.
I'm
He
shielding
is.
up right
He's
now.
right below me. He's right below me. He's right here. Oh, another guy shooting me. I'm recoiling here.
I can't find anyone. I can't see anybody.
I'm going across the way here to get better position. So now I'm on the other side of them, and they're both chasing me. I'm gonna skedaddle. I'm gonna knife my way out, and I'm back by you. Get down for me.
Knocked one. I am super weak.
Yeah, he's coming behind the trees.
He knocked me.
No. Okay.
I'm gonna die here probably.
Dang it, I was low. I should have broken
All
off.
Oh well.
What did we get?
Ready up. We're good.
Alright.
14. I think.
Yeah,
How many kills did I have?
What'd you get?
7 and 5. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Let's go. That was fun, by the way. Okay, yeah,
Oh,
so I was asking, I started out with that, and I got to encapsulate, because basically what it led me to believe was like, I was sitting there, I believed in that I was born with a sin nature, original sin, a sin debt. And so I'm sitting there thinking, like, how am I going to explain this to somebody? Because, like, I believe that there's choice, and that means that want supersedes need. That means there's always a want in front of a need, no matter what. And when I boiled it down, you know, a Christian would say to me, but you need Jesus. Yes, if you want to be reconciled to God, which is the basis of love, you have to want to be with God. So I was thinking about discussion with somebody, like, how do you, you know, now you've got a discussion. It's like, okay, so who is Jesus? That if you believe in, say, that there is a sin nature or an original sin that you're born with, how can Mary give birth to Jesus and not pass that on? And I had to basically go after one of my core beliefs was like, hold on, are we born with an original debt of sin? Are the sins of the father passed down to the children? Well, no. And am I born with a sin nature? No. I had to, you know, are we born sinless? And that's one of the weird ones for people to pick up on. They're like, are you saying we're born sinless? Yes, it's exactly what I'm saying. And it makes it totally obvious because Jesus was born sinless, and he was our perfect example of being a human being. Like, it is possible. So when Jesus said, go and sin no more, do you think it was just like a suggestion? You see my question?
No.
No.
Yeah.
He was dead serious. Go. And that means that the expectation is that, no, I'm not just going to sin every day and I just don't know about it and I'm just a filthy sinner. The expectation is you actually can achieve that goal. You can go on and not sin.
Right.
So, but and I've written in my book that when God says all have fallen short, he's not telling you how it's gonna go. He's telling you how it went.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So, you know, he basically is saying everyone went ahead and chose the wrong thing and they sinned. So that's what started to make it more real. I'm like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. God, you know, blessed Mary. She became pregnant, and it's God's DNA with Mary's. Jesus is born. He's a human being. He has control over the physical, you know, nature, like the environment, so to speak.
Right.
He has control over the spiritual. He can cast out any demons. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then he can heal over the physical of the body. He can obviously heal people. So I'm looking around for people fighting in that shield. There we go. Oh.
The guy flying is like one tap.
Yeah. Yeah, you were right, he was. I'm gonna go pistol.
Got me, kind of weak.
Oh yeah. Oh, I took a shot with the sniper. So, yeah. So that got me thinking about Jesus, and what I don't think is that he was God in a bod. I think he was here because they called him the prophet we've been waiting for, which means
right.
that, I started to think about. Have you ever considered, like, you know the story of the lady who was bleeding for 12 years, and she thought, if I touch his hem, I'll be healed.
Yeah.
And she did, and then he's like, hold on, and like this whole crowd, because he was on
Who touched me?
Yeah, who touched me? Have you ever wondered why he said, who touched me, if he's, God in a bod?
Right.
And so I think it's because God talked to him through prayer, just like he did a prophet. I think that, yes, he talked to him through visions like he did a prophet.
Right.
And there were 2 times when Jesus heard his voice, is when he was baptized and transfiguration. I just popped the flag. Oh, you good? Sorry. Yeah, so, yeah, we'll throw that thing out. What do you think?
Oh, you
want to carry it? Oh, okay. Well, all right, yeah.
It's fine, it's fine.
Here, and for our protection.
Nice.
Might take that. So yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Also, when the centurion came up to him and said, "I want you to, save my servant," and Jesus said, "Okay, I'll go with you." And he says, "No, you're not. I'm not worried that I have you at my home. Just say it from where you're at, because I manage legions, and I tell people to come and go, and they do." He said, "Just say it from right there, and it'll be done." And Jesus turned around in astonishment and said, "I haven't seen faith like this in all of Israel." And you're thinking to yourself, again, whoop. Did you not know this was coming? And no, he didn't. I think God, let him enjoy, that experience to prove that he's a human being.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think so far?
No, I agree.
Yeah. I do
think that, yeah.
Yeah. I was. It just really hit me between the eyes, because I'd grown up thinking that there's original sin, which I think is a lot of Catholic, upbringing. They believe that, born with original sin and so forth. So I really had to tear down those pillars of my faith.
Right.
And it was really eye-opening. So. But then when you talk about faith, I was thinking about believe. You said you faith in the group you're with, in the believers that you're with.
Yeah.
And that really feeds into it. What do you believe? Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Nice. So what else have you got going in your sermon?
That's pretty much it. Talking about I've got a bunch of scriptures and biblical stories to back all that stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the one on the mount, talking about the
which one? The Sermon on the Mount? Are you talking about?
No, not the Sermon on the Mount. I'm talking the Transfiguration. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That one, and then the one about the. I don't like that one. I don't like the munitions slide anymore. They kind of nerfed it.
A munition supply. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they kind of nerfed it. Anyway, and then also the Matthew 18:19 through 20. It's the one where it's oh my gosh, what is it? It's where 2 or more agree on earth.
You mean where they're gathered?
Yeah, where 2 or more gathered, he is in the midst of them. Where 2 or more agree on something, it'll be done here on earth as it is in heaven, something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
about. Those ones are back to back.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, I think that's comes with community too. Like, we need to like lean on others too, because it like flat out says it in the Bible. You know, like we need to be able to use the power that the Lord's giving us. And it doesn't come just by ourselves. You know, like the Lord never calls us, has never called us to be alone.
Interesting. Yeah. No, I dig it. I really enjoy hearing that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Huh.
And then
I had another question. I can't think of it at the moment. It had a,
also, I've been coughing for like 3 weeks straight, and I don't know why.
Really? Long COVID.
Literally, it's so weird. It's not COVID. It's like...
Nah, just joking.
so weird. No, I've tested like twice.
Oh.
Because I was like, why am I coughing so much? But I think it's just like, just normal, like, whoa, there's so much stuff over here.
Yeah.
Just like normal cough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it might be the change of season too. A little bit of dry air.
Oh my gosh, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Oklahoma is so dry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I've had a lot of phlegm lately, so I'm kind of with you on that.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about going up on the ice, or what? What do you think?
Let's see. No, I think the zone will probably move away from the ice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Yep. Now I'm looking at it.
But no, and like another thing is like when it comes to like fellowship and stuff, like I told you how like Jesus like wants our fellowship, not just a fellowship. I'm gonna say that. I think that's a good little tidbit
really
there.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like where it says where two or more are gathered, he is there in the midst of them. That's like along with fellowship. It's not like where two or more are gathered, like you should follow him. It's like he is physically like, or he's like there with you. His spirit is there with you. You know, it's not like, not just like, oh crap, dude, are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh.
Sniper.
Oh, I see him. I got a sniper too. I'm gonna blow away the tree. Oh wait, I almost had the tree.
I'm gonna bop him.
Oh my gosh. Nice.
Thinker.
Oh wait, hold on. Ready? 300 IQ right there, buddy.
Absolutely. They didn't have a single. They didn't have a single sword either.
I know. Can you believe that?
Annoying, but alright.
Huh?
I'll allow it.
What?
I said that's annoying, but I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it for 300. I know there's a house up here, that's why I'm heading up here.
Okay, I'm coming with you.
I think I'm pretty sure there's like a couple. Yeah, there's one.
I just got shot at. I'm getting shot at.
Yeah, I see him.
On the house.
Ah, I see him. I wish I had a sword. Oh, he has a sniper. He's pointing it right at me. Yeah.
I'm so triggered that they made the freaking...
Oh, wait. I'm shooting at the sniper first. They're both shooting at me, by the way.
I don't even know where they are.
Right.
Oh, they're low. I see.
Right
I see.
Oh,
it's extremely annoying.
Come on.
Get him 120. Oh, he's literally one tap. Okay. The guy on the bottom is one tap. Okay. I hit him 120 and then beamed him.
Yeah, I hit the guy behind the tree pretty hardcore.
Oh, they have marks and marks. He's like shooting me through the tree because he knows where I am. Oh, come here.
Yeah, come in. Thank you. We got these guys. We got them.
Oh, I got the marksman too.
Oh, I think they're fighting somebody else.
From another. Yep. I'm gonna go low down real quick.
Oh, he's white. Oh, they got him. That sucks.
Oh, those guys from the far got him?
Yeah. I got him down to white with my pistol, and I have no idea where they're at. Oh, you're down low.
Yeah, I went down low to see if I can flank, but those dudes kind of got him.
Yeah, I don't know where they're
I'm gonna go loot them.
Okay. Oh, they're coming down off the ice, I believe.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, he's running right towards
it. Oh, yeah, they're coming. Yeah, I see him. I'm gonna beam him when he gets up here.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take another angle. I'm gonna go back to where I was at. Oh yeah, I see him. He's coming right for you, buddy. Oh, there's another.
Teammates, I thought you see him?
Yeah, he's underneath the house. Oh, now he's at the top of the house. Dude! I'm one bullet. I'm one bullet. I'm one bullet. I had to run him. Medding.
Pushing you, pushing you.
Okay, I'm medding. Oh, they got zone issues. You got zone issues. Okay.
Push got boom. Also, my alarm, my like phone alarm, just went off.
Yeah.
Straight into my ear.
I'm probably gonna get shot through the storm.
Did you get them?
No, I knew it. I just thought it's gonna be too far to come and get you. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Still a lot of
That was
fun.
annoying. That was good. That was a good match, though.
Yeah, that was a good match. 2-2. Well, so yeah. Yeah. But you know, when I realized that, I realized I realized how human Jesus, was and is. But this was also another mind blow for me because I had to separate. I had to understand what. I had to understand what a soul was. That's what it really led me to as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I now believe that a soul, because I believe that God created us, and He just basically, He set creation on its way.
Right.
And so when we're born, we don't have a choice in that. Our parents chose. They got together, and it was a DNA lottery, basically, and you were born. Now, the Bible makes it clear that God provides the Spirit. It says in so many different places that if God poured the Spirit, that every living thing that breathes would die. So that's confirmation that, He provides the Spirit. Okay, so that to me also promotes the thought of that life, the soul was created at conception. And that's because that's where the DNA, once the DNA comes together, the sperm and the egg and the Spirit is given by God, because I believe, for other reasons I can explain, that the cellular growth will not happen without that. That's my thing. Okay, so mom and dad choose to have you.
Right.
You're born into whatever socioeconomic situation you're born into, whatever parents, whatever area, and that explains a lot, because people will say, well, why did God place, me with this family? Why did He create these people over here in Iraq? And, that's the answer.
Right.
He did. He did, yes, in that He started humanity, and He gives the breath of life and the Spirit, but He did not choose who and where. You know what I mean? That is us. Mm-hmm. That is His creation. So, where's it going with that? Oh, accountability. So that leads me to, okay, well, when you do sin, like I said, God is telling us how it is going to go. Like, it's how it went.
Right.
As far as us sinning, every one of us. So the accountability factor is like somebody says, well, what are you talking about? Sin. It's like, well, if we have the Garden of Eden, we know that Adam and Eve ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. It opened their eyes. You might want to call that tree the tree of God's law.
Break.
Huh?
Sorry, I'm literally about to die.
Oh.
The guy grabbed my loot before I did.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
So as I say, you might as well rename the tree, subtitle it, the tree of God's
help
law.
Me. Right, help me. He's chasing me with the sword.
Yeah, I'm looking for... Oh, hi. Oh, wrong gun.
He got a sniper out of the chest.
Wow, I just one-pumped him.
Really? Okay, good. Alright, anyways.
Yeah. So you might as well call it the tree of God's law, because I think that's when God's law was, like DNA, like we started to age. The timeline started to happen. So, oh, right here behind us, out the door. Oh crap, I'm out of gun. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, so that's when we started to age. That's when,
Yeah.
That's all, but I also think because then it says in Romans, it says, here's a knife right here, or a sword. Paul says that Gentiles testify the fact that they have God's law in their heart because they have a conscience. So God's law meaning that's where we come up with the standard of right and wrong. That's why we know how we.
Yeah.
And then so people will say, well, why is it God's way? You know, what makes His way the right way? Well,
right.
And that is the common. It is not somebody just made it up a bunch, millennia ago and forced it on us and thought it was a good idea not to steal or lie. Which, people, atheists will argue. So, look at us. Oh, yeah, you're smart because... Yeah.
Oh, someone's in it.
Oh, we can't shoot outside the bubble either. He's inside the bubble. Yeah,
I'm out of bullets.
Quit running. That's so embarrassing. Dude, that was excellent.
Dude, that was pretty cool.
That was awesome.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. So then that's how I was, started being able to discuss it with, a non-believer.
Right.
To understand that there is an accountability, and then go from there, But I've never seen anybody accept Jesus because they were what do you call it? Hit with evidence that they couldn't refute, and that's
okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to want to. You can't be forced into believing it with data.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there truthfully really is no data.
Yeah, it all is going to come down to what do you want to believe.
Right.
And
that's
again,
it. Like
yeah.
I've used you've said that little every need is driven by a want thing before.
Yeah.
And I have used that so many times because it's
really?
so true.
Yeah.
Like actually, I got it from you. Like I'm not even kidding. Like 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Like I've used that a lot because it's so true. Like if you want to go to heaven and you want to build a relationship with Jesus, then yes, you need Jesus. But if you don't want that, then there's no you don't need it,
Right, and it's not. God doesn't want to give you a fire insurance policy.
Exactly.
That's not what He's out to do. So
He wants a relationship with you, and if you don't want it back, I mean, he's not going to bless you in that,
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Excellent, man. That makes me feel good that something that I thought of so long ago and thought it through has helped somebody else.
Absolutely. Oh, right here.
Oh, I see him. Wow.
Trashed him. Oh my god.
Dude, that's like ugly on ape.
That was insane.
Where's your friend?
You just need to quit forcing it, bro. You need to stop playing.
Hey, there's a purple SMG right there.
You need to give up. But everyone has a friend, so...
That's right, there's always two.
Learn that from every video game ever made.
That and
Call
the
of Duty,
Menace.
bro. Oh
was
my
it the
god.
Phantom Menace?
Oh yeah.
Master and Padawan. Or Master and Apprentice, I think was the final line. Whatever.
There's always something bigger.
Yeah. There's always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah. I'm just blind.
What do you say we hire this bot?
Huh?
What do you say we hire this bot? Oh, you can't.
Yeah, I don't. I know there's some, but I know this one's just like a giver.
Oh, there's a sword here.
Oh, I got one. Thank you.
Alright, perfect.
I am gonna check the
Where's the key box?
Key box right here. I don't have any keys.
I don't really want anything here.
Yeah.
I have a key.
I'm working on. Oh, I got a key. Oh, I don't want anything that's here.
Yeah, none of these are good.
All right.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use it real quick. Medical kit.
Oh, idea. Yeah, we really haven't been full on either shields or health.
Alright, we'll do this time. The swords were a good addition. I actually enjoy the swords.
Yeah, I do too. I'm trying to get Riley to warm up to it. She won't have it.
Yeah, I used to not like all the doohickeys and stuff that they do, but this one's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is a good doohickey.
Yeah, I can't go, you know.
Sorry.
What's that door?
That was great. There's people over here?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Give me... I'll take that one.
I think you're out of information, aren't you? You don't know where they're at, do you?
Not anymore. That chicken was looking at me weird.
Certainly was making funny sounds.
I think he called me a mean word.
I'm sure of it.
Oh, right there. Yep, right here.
Oh. Oh, he's white.
Oh, he's so mean. I have him tagged.
I see him.
His boy's up top.
Oh, he's right here.
Look at his friend, bro.
Oh my gosh, he just loves me. I have a friend, you know. Oh, nuts. Oh, I'm one hit. Oh. Where'd I get shot from? Oh, there's another team over by the reboot van.
Oh, no. Okay. Hold on.
One is at
Did they finish you?
One is coming to your left.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to flank you. Oh, he's right there. They're both in there. Ah, I was wrong.
Jeez, bro.
Dude, I've never had a good encounter with those pumpkin heads. Let's roll it back.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Wow. So are you gonna video the sermon?
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Because it's my first one, full test trial. But I'm gonna start doing it every Tuesday. So
nice.
So I will next week though.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Can you? No, I'll just bring my phone with me.
Yeah.
I have to grab my laundry real quick.
Yeah.
My laundry's done.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be able to make it back in time.
So you're leaving?
No. I'm still. I'm good.
Oh, you got your phone. That's right.
Yeah, I got my phone. You should unload this thing. You might hear 3 beeps.
Yeah.
Super annoying. Maybe 4?
Yeah.
Yep. 5. Whoa. 5 beeps. Was not planning for that.
You know how do you think? You know, Abraham. God said that Abraham was justified because Abraham believed him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the strongest statements about what faith actually is: believing God.
Right.
Not believing in God, but believing.
Believing God.
Yeah.
Believing what God says about you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I was thinking, it just hit me like you were talking about being in a group. People maybe having varying ranges of faith, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And
oh, that's a good one.
yeah, because they make a powerful statement. They basically say, even if he says our God is certainly capable, even if he doesn't, let it be known that we did not bow to you. You know what I mean? It was like they believed.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
That's a good one too. Dang.
And
I forgot about that. I always forget about Old Testament.
Oh man, it's so rich.
There's so many good stories. I use so many New Testament stories.
Yeah.
But there's so many good ones.
Now that I've read, this is my second time reading through. I'm reading a lot slower now. I'm reading through the Bible, but like I really do see. You know, you hear all the time about how connected they really are, and it's like now I almost see it one and the same.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it really. It's like
it's because people are like, we don't need to look at Old Testament. There's no point. There's so much point.
Oh no, it totally justifies the New Testament.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you just read the New Testament, you have no idea what they're talking about.
Or why? Yeah, why?
You know?
Why is he called Emmanuel?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think yeah, I'm fascinated by history, and so I really kind of get excited about reading about like Nebuchadnezzar, Daniel, the kings. You know.
Right.
The prophets who went with the kings. Like right now I'm reading through Isaiah, and oh my gosh, that guy, he was, I don't know, I mean, obviously he talks about so many different things that God told him, you know, about, like prophecy, you know, about Isaiah 7, where he talks about the virgin birth.
Uh-huh.
You know, and he will be called Emmanuel. Yeah, I just...
Right. It's crazy. It's it's so cool, like, and like, the thing is like, if you don't believe in the Bible, like, why?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that someone is just gonna write all this crap down off of their dome.
Oh my gosh, I've got something for you to read.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I read a book called Forensic Faith, and it was a guy about a homicide detective. I think did I tell you about that?
I don't think so.
Well, he was a homicide detective, and he was an atheist, and he decided to put his forensic studies into disproving the Bible. And of course, you know, you can guess the story didn't go that way.
Right.
Right. So he wrote a book called Forensic Faith, which teaches you about how to solve a homicide, but also about how to apply all those to your to proving out your faith, so that you can talk to people. You know,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it was incredible. So his first thing is Forensic Faith. I got this guy down, but there's another guy over here. Oh.
I'm swimming towards you.
Okay.
I am far.
Dang. It's taking pot shots. It's working.
I'm just trying to find a boat, really.
So, yeah.
If you can hide.
Nah, I'm not gonna.
Okay. I'm almost there. 725 meters left.
He's just a little more crafty in his hiding.
I see.
So yeah. So I wrote down my first question, because he says in the book, like, hey, write down your question and go and research it. I'm like, research it? I've never done that before. Never researched my faith before. I've read the Bible. And so the first question was like, how can you prove, or why do I believe the Bible is true? And I wrote about, I wrote about Genesis as I started off, and I was like, first of all, you'd have to be a literary genius, a science genius,
right?
A doctor, like genius, because let's just start off with Genesis. In the beginning, God was He was over, right? He created the heavens and the earth. He was hovering over the bodies of the water of the deep, and they said, "Let there be light." Have you ever oh, there's loot here, buddy. Are you close? Where are you?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh,
I'm like,
I'm here.
Pretty close.
Huh. You're not close, but there's a purple Maven. And
I think
Chegg. Anyway, I'll stare. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I was like, okay, and let's take a generator. It says, "Let there be light," and there was light. And then later on, he talks about he makes the sun and the moon to govern the day and the night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so what was the light? Why was he talking about the light at all?
Right.
He's talking about the invention of light, of photons, and I believe that he was the center of the light. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I think the sun is just a representation of him. You know, it all revolves around him. So, but just the concept of like, why would somebody way back then have to describe that light was invented?
Exactly.
Yes. Exactly. Yes, and then of course he talks about the separations of the you know, of the land, which of course when
The
you
land is
now
the,
we look at it, we look at the jigsaw puzzle, like yeah, and then also who in their right mind would even think to describe atmosphere, separating, you know, the so that there was air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? No.
No, you didn't. You didn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'm just saying this guy would have to be like ultra genius, and then of course you
Oh,
get
100%.
yeah, and then you get into like the law, and you talk about the law. You know, it was just general practice, but how consistent it was that the law, all of the law was about loving your neighbor and loving God, like Jesus said.
Right.
Yeah, they're all wrapped up in these two. One, you know, love your neighbor as yourself, love your God with all your heart, mind, and soul, strength. All the laws in Moses and the prophets that are wrapped up in those two right there. It's like, yep.
Exactly.
That's a genius guy right it way back then. You know, it was Moses, you know, whatever. So,
Right.
and then skincare and the things that they talked about, you know, like with leprosy and checking them out and how you know, quarantine people and just like general cleanliness. I mean,
There's just so much that goes into that it's just like,
yeah,
there's just no way.
yeah. So let's
Yeah.
just dispense with the whole. Somebody made it up and everybody else thought it was really good.
That was a great story. This is a great 66 chapter book you wrote.
Yeah. Oh, you know, we were talking about want versus need, though. I was talking to a friend of mine who worked with me at Disney, and he was an atheist. He was raised as a Christian.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so we were talking. Phil was awesome. We still talk, you know.
Yeah.
He says I'm the best Christian he knows. I'm like, wow, you really need to raise your standards.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, I think he just means it in a way that like he's not offended by anything that I say, you know.
Right.
And like I think his mom is more of like
The
brimstone.
right.
Yeah, you know, or maybe she's a little more like, you know, the lovey-dovey. You just have to believe type of thing. So.
Right.
Which is another reason I went into the forensics idea was because I think a lot of young people don't like to hear like, oh, you just have to believe, you know, the touchy-feely. They actually want to hear like reason. And I'm like,
Right, and that's the big thing.
Yeah, is it?
That's a huge thing for people my age, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, just believe. It's so, like, you know, it's like true, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, it is true. There are reasons. I think, like when I was in a Bible study, it was just all text-based with these guys, and the guy running it really freaked out on me when I started talking about Genesis 6, which is the flood. And he didn't call me a heretic. He just felt like he needed to reestablish that we all believe in Jesus and that, you know, hey, the questions are good, but some things you just got to take on faith. And I was sitting there going, all I said was that God. All I said was that God, he says it himself in the Bible, that he regretted making humankind, and it was like a love regret, meaning, you know, he loved them, but, you know, and the whole stuff. So yeah. Anyway, and then that like kind of really freaked me out. I was like, I don't want everybody thinking I'm a heretic, you know? And so I kind of like quietly exited that Bible study. I was like, it's clear that this guy, like, because he said to me, he's like, there's just things you have to take on faith, and you know, and about choice and free will. And I was like, no, I mean, yes, there are, but we can actually answer these questions.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like everything has to go. Like, it's not like. That's so true.
I think they get
It's just
scared. It's a nice warm blanket, Christianity.
People are like, you don't have to understand God.
Yeah, but you
Like,
can.
You can.
Yeah, great statement.
You know.
Yeah, but you can.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I wish I was better with that sniper. I just saw heavy again. I'm like,
I'm scared to use the sniper, bro.
yeah.
Ever since they added the little Call of Duty freaking reflecting thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like using it.
Oh, yeah. I kind of appreciate it knowing. I don't use it. I mark that as that's your bounty, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my bounty.
I thought might as well have a goal. Just right now, we're just running around.
We're just running around. You have 3 kills?
I don't have a knife.
Breakwater?
Do I? Yeah, I got 3 kills.
I don't either. Jeez.
I don't have any
Hopefully
keys.
this one has a... I have a few...
Oh, no, there's not one in there. But, ooh, yeah, go get that.
I'll take that, though.
Yeah, you will.
Do you want anything? Do you want the sniper or the assault rifle? Or these...
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, I'll take these 6 chug splashes, though.
Oh, nice.
There's 3 full pots here if you would like.
Oh, no, I'm good. Our bounty's like running for the hills.
It's like they're running away from us. Kind
Yeah.
of frustrating. Man up, dude.
Throw a pair and bring it.
It's so random, though. Like, I think they just got shot at.
Did you? I think our
don't-
bounty's almost over anyways.
Yeah.
We'll come back towards you. No?
Oh, the island is forming.
I think it's a hit or
Island
miss.
is-
You know what I mean?
I think it's very much a hit or miss. It's scary sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, I just fell down. I just made it to the ice now.
You are one with the ice. Did you watch Avatar 2?
Oh, don't tell me about it.
Oh my, you haven't seen it yet?
Good. It must be good because that reaction tells me that I want to see it.
Mr. I think it's better than the first one.
I loved the first one.
And then you will love the second one.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good.
Because the second one was like cinematic masterpiece.
Oh, I believe that. Yeah.
Like masterpiece.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved the first one. Absolutely.
The CGI in the second one is fabulous.
Yeah, I thought CGI in the first one was stupid.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is CGI for the first one was way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
You know, like way ahead of its time.
Hey, I can look at the island and how low it is.
Oh,
That's interesting, isn't it?
that is interesting.
I don't know what to make of that. Eh.
We should get height. Let's go here.
Wait, where'd you
Wait,
mark?
where did I just... That is not height. What am I doing?
I was gonna say, you're way over there.
The blue,
Is it
blue
the
marker.
blue? Yeah, I just marked
Yeah,
blue.
the blue
Okay.
marker is better. I don't know what my marker was doing there.
There's something wrong with the controllers. You know, Riley does that sometimes. So I don't know why it's over there.
Just a random mark.
Mm-hmm. Running around, not looking around. Oh,
Shoot
yeah.
somebody. Good spot.
Also, I was writing in my document about why I believe that the Bible. And, the one thing that the homicide detective said was there are 2 types of evidence. There's circumstantial, and there's direct. And direct evidence is word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And he says everything else is circumstantial. I'm like, whoa. So then he was talking about reading about the 4, Gospels, because all of them were eyewitness accounts.
Right.
And so
Same accounts, different witnesses.
right, different witnesses.
Right.
And then what he said, he's like, okay, look, people will talk about their differences, in the stories, and so forth. He's like, honestly, he's like, we know 2 perpetrators have talked to each other if their stories are identical, and there's absolutely no validity or totally question.
This is so funny.
What's
You saying this is hilarious because I've said that the differences in the 4 Gospels makes it more believable.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Yeah. And then Luke, he went and visited other eyewitnesses. His was more of an exact accounting from other people's point of view. So, yeah, and he said that, and then I was thinking about, I went and I looked to see like how all of the apostles died, and the only one that really can't be accounted for is John. And there's been other accounts and stories about how he did die and whatever, but all of them were martyred. Every single one of them. Of course, you know about Peter and being upside down. Yeah, upside down, and I mean, I was like, oh. And then it was talking about, like, you know, the years and how long they ran the church. I'm like, okay, so a lot of times, you know, I think when people read the Bible, they think 4 Gospels, these guys popped them out pretty much right away, you know, and died right away, like in the same, like, maybe 5-year span. I was like, nope.
Right.
These guys lived decades, and they...
Long time.
Yeah, and they were imprisoned, jailed, sorry, same thing, you know, tortured, lost everything, family, you name it. And still what, you know, and then John, he wrote it in what, his 90s? Something like that? Wrote Revelation?
I wrote Revelation in his 90s, yeah.
Yeah. And so I was thinking about that. I'm like, wow, people don't die for a lie. I was thinking about that theme right there. You know what I mean? It's like, if it was a lie, they would have ponied up, like...
They would have given up a little bit sooner than 90 years old.
Oh, yeah. And and at the threat of death,
on us.
Are we on his...
They have swords? We don't.
Hit him pretty significantly. Is there a guy behind us? No?
No, that's the same guy.
Loading. Oh,
It's impossible to hit them.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I hit him. Oh, crap.
Oh,
Somebody's got a sniper.
Oh, he hit you?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he's weak. One of them. Oh, this is a different team.
Oh.
Dang. That was a different team.
Yep, we got third party, and I was weak. Alright, that's cool. Let's go. Alright, so I was thinking about that. I was thinking about, like, how people don't die for a lie. And I'm a huge space race, 1960s, you know, space race fan. And Apollo 1, 3 astronauts died on the launch pad. Okay, Gus Grissom, Roger Chaffee, and Ed White. Ed White was the first guy to walk in space. Oh yeah, Gene Cernan. He's the last guy who was on the moon. Apollo 17. He was neighbors with one of his best friends was one of the people who died in the fire. When he got home that day, he had to console the guy's wife and family.
No, I know.
I mean, yeah.
And the fact that people are like, it's a steak.
Oh yeah. You know, it didn't happen. Oh much.
Okay, buddy.
So, you know, I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, each NASA Apollo mission took over 4,000 to 5,000 people on the ground. There were 3 people on the astronaut, 4,000, 5,000 people on the ground to make this happen. Okay. Now, I mean, and also NASA read Gene Kranz's book. Gene Kranz was the flight director when they actually stepped foot on the moon with Neil Armstrong.
Right.
And in his book, he talks about how they started NASA, how they had to make everything up. They had to make tools up, processes. And when they do a flight or did an Apollo flight, they had 3 flight directors, and they all had their different colors, and he was white. That's why he wore a white vest. Anyway, I'm just sitting there going, same thing. Like, they went on 7 different missions. Apollo 13 never made it to the moon. That's why there's only 6 flags on the moon. But but I'm like, people don't die for a lie, and they certainly, sure as heck, don't continue to promote it for the next 3 years and over like 20,000 people, and nobody talks.
Exactly.
No.
No, it's not. That's not it.
That's not it.
Not it. It's just not it.
No. Yeah, they don't die for lies. I'm like, and that wasn't even a gospel. And,
right.
And
that's
on
like
top of that, what was it? Apollo?
Like,
Apollo?
Now.
Huh?
I said that was like now.
Yeah.
Not like.
And it was Apollo 8 when Jim Lovell, Frank Borman, they went around the moon for the first time. And when they went around the moon, it was Christmas Eve. And when they came, like, I guess out of it, when they're coming back out of the orbit of the moon, because they went around like 8 times or something like that. Well, anyway, they were coming out of it. It was Christmas Eve, and they read from the Bible. They read Genesis.
Wow.
Over the air to a TV audience of millions.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, though.
All those guys were believers. You know? I mean, they're talking about... It, oh. Serious. I need your guns. Alright. Apologize. Oh, no. 2 ways. Got shot from 2 different directions. Are we gonna wind this up again?
Yeah, I'll go one more.
All right, let's
I
go.
gotta head to bed after this.
I'm excited, man.
But
that's gonna be a full sermon.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's. What was the thought that got you onto this?
Honestly, I didn't know what I was gonna do it over at all. But I was reading. So I'm reading this book right now. Do you know who Reinhard Bunke is?
No.
Okay, it's crazy. You need to read this book. You'd actually like it.
Okay.
It's called Living a Life of Fire, and it's about this German man who lived in Germany, and he had like a vision when he was like 10 or something that he was going to evangelize Africa, and he was going to see a blood-washed Africa. And so he was like this big-time evangelist who he had like one of his crusades had like 1.25 million people like sharing the gospel to these people, like African people.
Yeah.
I thought it was really sick. Anyway, so reading his book, and he talked about the whole, like the same day he was talking about how, in the whole faith thing, like how he didn't have faith for something, but he had his mom and his dad and his grandma praying for him in this one situation or whatever, and it came to pass even though he didn't like fully commit and believe in it.
Yeah.
And then I was just doing my normal like Bible time, and I read Matthew and saw that that Bible story, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I was kind of talking about like the faith and fellowship and stuff like that, and like how other